Ratchatanee Asoke is a small Buddhist community located along the Moon River. Within a few minutes of your visit, you'll see that this is a community that defies the norm. Everyone in the community observes the Buddhist precepts, lives ascetically, eats vegetarian food, and is free of base vices. We believe that it's possible for a community of monks, nuns, and lay people to live a sustainable life together if we follow Buddhist principles. Ratchatanee Asoke was upgraded to a village by the Ministry of Interior on the 1st of April 1996. Our community has a total area of approximately 240 acres. There are about 100 houses and more than 400 inhabitants. Our community has been ranked the 5th poorest in Ubon Ratchatanee province. The community is located on a terrain that looks like a soup bowl. Because it's 11 meters below the level of neighboring villages, it floods almost every year. But rather than complain, the people have learned to accept the inevitable and have decided to make this a community of houseboats. Another name we've given our village is บ้านราชเมืองเรือ which means the city of boats. Our community is poor because most of the people are voluntary workers with no external income. Because we seek to rise above materialism, and because it floods almost every year, we try to collect as few belongings as possible and try to be as giving as we can be. We believe that true friendship is one of the key pillars of life, which provides more security than wealth. Our motto is to free ourselves from worldly attachments, practice diligence, become poor courageously, tolerate criticism, overcome materialism, and to strive for creativity and nirvana.
การศึกษานี่แหละศีลเด่นเป็นงานของเรานี่ถูกต้องแล้ว
Samana Potirak Asoke's leader has taught us how to apply the Lord Buddha's Eightfold Path in our daily lives. We call this Rabok Buniyom, which means a moral-based economy. According to Asoke's Buniyom values, our aim is not to gain wealth, but to attain virtue, to give and sacrifice for others. We believe that good actions are the only real assets in life. Because gam, our actions good or bad, are the only things that will follow us to our next lives. Worldly goods that we attain in this life cannot be transferred to our next life, whereas our deeds will follow us not only to our next life, but for eternity until we reach nirvana. Our lifestyle is very simple. We wear traditional Thai clothes without accessories. You'll see that the woman wears sarong, and the men wear traditional Thai trousers. We live ascetically, and most of the people go barefoot. There are health benefits to massaging the soles of your feet with every step you take, and it's a good way to practice mindfulness. Our daily routine starts with a morning sermon and prayer. After the morning sermon, people go about their personal business, then gather again for another sermon before breakfast. We eat together in the main temple like one big family. After breakfast, people carry out their assigned jobs in the community. We bow our heads and why each other when we meet, and always greet each other saying, เจริญธรรมค่ะ, which means may you prosper in practicing Dharma. We hold regular meetings to increase communication and understanding between members. The Lord Buddha taught that having regular meetings is conducive to spiritual development and prevents us from straying from this path. Our community is managed by a committee, which is made up of community members with monks and nuns as advisors. We also have a village headman and participate in the local administration like any other village. The main difference is that we live as one big family, able to rely on each other in times of old age, sickness, and death. We have a communal consumption system, which is created on the basis that everyone works for free and sacrifices for the common good. Various earnings of the community all go into the central fund, which everyone can draw on for various things. The community takes care of every member's welfare from birth to death. Our policy is not to accumulate wealth. If we have goods in excess of our needs, we share them with others in line with our motto, Asoke for mankind. Samana Potirak stresses that we can help save the nation if we emphasize organic farming, compost making, and waste management, which is why we have prioritized these projects in the development of our community. We call them the 3 national pillars. Organic farming is a form of agriculture that relies on compost and biological pest control. We don't use any chemical fertilizers or pesticides, so both the farming process and the end products are safe and environmental friendly. To facilitate organic farming, in 2010, we set up a factory called the Life Force Generating Factory. The factory produces compost, which is mainly used for our farms, but we also sell some to outside farmers at below market prices. We separate natural waste, which is biodegradable, from non-biodegradable waste, and use biodegradable waste to make compost, which is then used for organic farming. Non-biodegradable waste is either discarded or recycled to help reduce pollution. We have a number of community projects which operate under Asoke's Buddhism principles. For instance, we have Buddhism education, Buddhism consumption, Buddhism health, Buddhism communication, and Buddhism commerce. We have a Buddhism education system, which includes a school and a vocational college. This is a boarding school that provides both primary and secondary education free of cost. The school's educational philosophy is strong morals, skillfulness, and sound knowledge. Our teaching reflects our lifestyle and values. We also have a vocational college, which provides 2 levels of vocational education. The curriculum includes industrial mechanics, vehicle mechanics, photography, TV broadcasting, and general management. Our educational philosophy is strict obedience to the Buddhist precepts, excellent work skills and knowledge. Apart from these conventional educations, we have an intensive course which is aimed at teaching people how to improve their lives and attain Lokuttara level of enlightenment. Lokuttara is a superlative spiritual condition in which one is able to rise above all worldly matters and overcome mortal sufferings. Once you can let go of worldly attachments, not only would you become a good citizen, but you would also be able to serve society in line with the Lord Buddha's principles. The criteria for being eligible to apply is that one must have been a vegetarian for at least 5 years, observe the 5 precepts, and be free of base vices. Students who pass this course will be given a certificate and a gold pin. Under Asoke's Buddhism consumption system, we emphasize selling things at low prices and using organic products for the health benefit of consumers. We have a vegetarian restaurant that sells vegetarian food made from homegrown organic vegetables. We also have a farmers market that features organic products sold directly by farmers to consumers. Only farmers who have attended our training courses may sell at this market. Our Buddhism health facility comprises a dispensary and a central kitchen. The dispensary provides health care for community members and those attending our health courses. We practice both modern and alternative medicine, but emphasize holistic and patient-oriented medicine. We believe that a healthy life can be attained by following these 8 principles. These are: be positive, exercise regularly, eat healthy food, breathe clean air, practice the Lord Buddha's Itibat principles, sleep well, detoxify your body, and choose a moral occupation. The central kitchen makes food for the entire village from organic vegetables freshly picked from the farm. We try to cook food in such a way that retains its goodness because we believe that nutrition is the best medicine. We have our own TV station called For Mankind Television, or FMTV, which can be accessed in 4 continents or approximately 170 countries. Our TV program focuses on broadcasting Dhamma. Because we finance ourselves by selling recyclables or used products, our programs don't have any advertisements. In all of our communities, we have a recycling station which accepts old or redundant things that can be sold to finance FMTV. We have a number of businesses which operate under Asoke's Buddhism principles. Our business philosophy is to sell at low prices, refrain from opportunism, to be diligent, refined, economical, honest, and sacrificing. Buddhism commerce can be classified into 4 levels. Buddhism at the level where we sell below market prices, at break-even cost, below cost, and Buddhism at the highest level where we give without consideration. Our community business comprises of the following workshops. We have a rice mill that produces brown rice, which is full of vitamins and minerals. Our rice mill only accepts organic rice from farmers who have attended our training courses or belong to one of our organic farming networks. We have a shampoo factory that produces toiletries from various types of herbs. We have a factory that produces a variety of soybean products, such as soy sauce and tauhu yi, which is a miso-like paste. Our aim is to produce enough for our consumption rather than for business, which is in line with His Majesty the King's self-sufficient economic principles. We have a convenience store where most of the products sold are made by the community. But we also sell some essential products made by outsiders and sell them at Bunium prices. We have a co-op store that sells products made by the community and nearby villages. It's both a retail and wholesale store that sells at below market prices. Apart from these business ventures, we also have a training center that provides training to farmers, public officials, and staff from various private organizations. Our training courses include self-sufficient economics, youth training, Buddhist teacher training, and a course called The Truth of Life. Our training courses aim to instill Dhamma into the lives of our trainees and to help them understand how to live their lives based on Buddhist principles and self-sufficient economics. These include abstaining from base vices and cultivating the 6 virtues, which include cleanliness, diligence, frugality, honesty, sacrifice, and gratitude. Our community houses the Thai Boat Preservation Project, which began from Samana Potirak's vision that we should have a collection of boats to use because it floods almost every year. Our team began by searching for information about ancient boats along the Japraya River. 100 years ago, these boats were used for transporting goods along the river. Initially, we received several donations and later bought a few more ourselves. To date, we have about 50 ancient boats, which have been repaired and are currently used as houseboats, classrooms, and temples. As Buddha's statue is a symbol of the Lord Buddha, which every Buddhist worships, Samana Potirak decided to create one within our community with the intention of teaching us how to worship Buddha statues the correct way. One of the key features of this Buddha statue is the hand symbol, which represents 3 spiritual conditions. These are Lokutara, Lokavitu, and Lokanukampaya. Lokutara is a superlative spiritual condition in which one is able to rise above all worldly matters. Lokavitu means knowing the ways of the world while remaining detached. Lokanukampaya means having the compassion to help mankind.
ขาดทุนนั่นคือกำไรในหลวงสอนไว้ชาวไทยให้บำเพ็ญ Our loss is our gain. Our loss is our gain.
One of the most important fairs held every year at Ratchatanee Asoke is the Thai New Year Fair, which takes place during the Songkran holiday in April. This is our way of celebrating the Thai New Year and preserving Thai tradition. During the celebration, we hold a fair called Talat Arya, where everything is sold below cost. As His Majesty the King wisely said, "Our loss is our gain." Here, these values are put to practice, because whichever store accrues the greatest loss is considered the one with the highest gain. Products sold at the fair are mostly essential items.
พอเพียงแล้วในใจผู้เจริญขยันทำเกินแจกจ่ายให้สังคมแจกจ่ายให้สังคมขาดทุนนั่นคือกำไรในหลวงสอนไว้ชาวไทยให้บำเพ็ญ Our loss is our gain. Our loss is our gain. ขาดทุนให้เห็นว่าบุญคือกำไร
Although our village is poor and we have to face a natural disaster every year, we're able to live happily and peacefully because we take Buddhist practice to heart. And because of this, our lives are rich in many ways. We are rich with freedom from enslavement to money and materialism, which capitalists try to tell us are the most desirable things in life. We are rich with brotherhood. The spiritual love we share helps us along this challenging road to enlightenment. We are rich with peace, dynamic capability, creativity, the spirit of sacrifice, and we are rich with integrity. Our abundance of resources is the result of each person's sacrifice for the common good of the community. Although it's not a perfect society yet, we believe that one day we will be able to forge reality out of idealism through perseverance and our faith in Buddhism.